Yo guys, what's up? This is Isometric Crawler, and it's been a while since my last video on this channel, but now I'm here to make it up for you guys. So today I'm gonna do a review out of a pretty recently new dungeon crawler game called Viktor Vran. And Viktor Vran is a isometric action RPG, aka dungeon crawler, which is like a massive selection of different weapons, items, outfits, demon powers, and these things called destiny cards. And let's break down a lot of these features. So let's talk about the weapons first. So you have a different ability set within each weapon. So you don't have a class system like you have in other games like Diablo. You just have like weapons, and you can have two at the time. You start with a one, and then you can swap between the two. So you have the sword. Sword has like a pretty good like attack speed. It has the stun ability and it's a bit of like a knockback ability, and then you have the normal attacks. So you have like pretty much three abilities per weapon. Then you have a shotgun. The shotgun is very good at like, you know, from ranged abilities, so you can kite around with it. You have high damage to a certain targets that take more damage from ranged attacks, and then you have like a knockback type of a bullet, and then you have a mace. Mace deals the most out of damage out of them all. It has a lot of AoE, but it's very slow. Then you have an electric gun. It's kind of made for like more crowd control type of things. Then you have, you have a scythe, and scythe has pretty much, it's also a bit of an AoE style of a weapon, and it has like this like stun thing, AoE stun. And finally you have a mortar, which does a lot of AoE, and you know, it's a bit harder to aim, but so you have these different play styles, and that's kind of the great thing about the game. It keeps things refreshing. You can play the game through with different weapons, and I find that the gameplay of and how the character works is really smooth and fun compared to a lot of the other dungeon crawler games that have been kind of boring to me, like Path of Exile and Diablo 3 are not really the fun and, you know, extreme and hardcore crawler games that I like. Game has Xbox controller support, which I used to play the game through, and I really recommend that over the mouse and keyboard. If you have Xbox 360 or Xbox One controller, plug it in your PC and start playing with that. You also have an item system, so you have potions in the game, and we don't really have an armor, but you have outfits, and the outfits will give you like different bonuses. Like you have this like a demon power meter, and the demon power meter is something you can use demon abilities, which consist from like laser beams, demonic sights, and you know, fireballs, falling meteor strikes. And these have different abilities, and there's probably like around 20 of them, I guess. And you can swap around. You can have two of those as well, so you can just make your own combinations and make your own playstyle in this game. And what I really like about this game, unlike in Diablo for instance, that all of these are pretty viable. All the weapons felt really viable, and some are better in certain situations and some are not. Maybe I felt the lightning gun was a bit underwhelming, but maybe I just didn't give it a good shot. But most of the weapons and items feel like very balanced, and you can like have supports multiple different playstyles. You can play the game as you want to play it. And then you have this destiny card thing, and this gives you like more, like 10% more critical strike, 10% critical damage, and all sorts of like different card combinations can be made. Some are like unique cards which you can have only one in the deck, so once you level up in the game you get more slots and everything like that, and it's a pretty cool system. Let's talk about the story and everything. So the game is more like less linear than most of the dungeon crawlers, because you get to choose and like go your own route for the most part. There's like the main objective and the main story. The story isn't a big part of the game, but even though it's big cliche, I think it's still better than the Diablo 3 story, which was absolutely horrible, by the way. And there's of course a voice actor who is voice acting the Witch 3 character, the main character Geralt, so you have the same voice actor, kind of fits the theme. And then you have like this narrator on the background who makes pretty much, you know, dank memes and you know, good one-liners then and then. So, and I just like you know, as for the game's like length, I think I completed the game in like 15 hours or so. The game has chaos. It has a lot of different features to add up the. You have this hex system which like put more difficulty into the dungeons, and you get like better rewards, more gold, and more items by using these hex things. I think you have overall 5 hexes, and you might get more later on. And there's a lot of like to play in the game because there's like challenges in each dungeon, which like you have to clear this dungeon within 120 seconds, and you can redo the bosses and everything. And it's a pretty good game. It's a pretty fun game. Probably very fun to play with friends. And while it may not have a PvP yet, I don't know if they will make one. But it's still a really good dungeon crawler game. It's very nice to play, nice mechanics, nice controls. The graphical style is more close to the Torchlight. I just feel like this is something where I put my money in. I think the price will be around $20. You can probably get it cheaper on Penguin or G2A or whatever retailer you're buying it from. But I think this is one of the better dungeon crawler games, and I definitely enjoyed more this than Diablo 3 and like Path of Exile. However, I think the game may have a bit less content in a sense because it's more like a single player experience, but you can like put maybe 30 to 40 hours into the game if you want like complete it 100% and play with your friends. And you know, there's a lot of levels to go. You don't even hit the max level when you complete the games. You have a lot of like side quests and stuff that you can do in the game. There's a lot of content in this game. And thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe, please like, and give comments below if you have any questions about the game. I think it's for dungeon crawler fans a great game to play and try out. It doesn't have a big high price point for me. I think it's a very fair price. And see you guys later on the next video. Thanks for watching once again.